my.
Oh my.
Allah, Allah. With us in studio, I carried my man, Mr. Allah himself.
Yes! 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 Yes, son!
You can't say that on the radio. You'll have to say, shameless.
Yes, shameless, son!
My God, accent of Wafula, I can't believe. I thought I told you I just walked in.
Don't worry, Keff.
And there's more.
Yes, there is.
Give us a voice.
When I used to be governor of Nairobi, these things were, we used to handle them, Jeff. But now I'm looking to be, the new man in Homa Bay.
Kidero. Chris Kamau, Axon Wafula, and of course, Nick Odhiambo. Gentlemen, welcome to Hot 96.
Asante Sana.
Oh my.
As you can tell, I've got a bit of a flu, but it's going towards the end. Do I sense paranoia? I still have my sense of smell.
The flu.
Somebody say, oh yeah.
The flu.
Now he tells us.
The master of.
So, Axon, you were at the outset of XYZ. You were there from day one.
Yeah, I had that opportunity.
How many years ago?
13, 14 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
And what did you do? You guys did a pilot, or what? How did it start?
You see, I was called, and because I used to joke, making voices of the former late president, Arab Moi.
Oh, let's hear it.
Throw in a line.
Yeah, why
we all can do.
Wajeni nilale kwa amani.
Now I can make the president's question.
Mbona unalala usiuja ina wa inji unamna hii? Unajua nilitoka duniani. Dada hapa mbinguni hatutaki kelele.
And that's why he became Nelson Mandela.
I want to tell the people of the world that the leaders in the future must be focused. Come on.
You guys, don't do like that. I know I've just joined you recently, but really, I need to look out the place.
Welcome to heaven.
Thank you. I'm very grateful. And I hope that you're grateful as well for being here.
You guys, you just did 3 people who have passed away.
Yes.
This is what's happening in heaven right now.
Respectfully. Yes. These guys.
We don't allow the white people into the heaven. I'm Robert.
That is not quite
true.
true.
I'm going to grab the whole of heaven. I'm a grabber. I will grab all this.
I passed recently and the world knows my passing. The past and the world actually know my passing.
There's a lot of praise and worship in heaven. Hallelujah.
Daniel Taroitich, let us go to one corner.
That is true.
All of you maintain silence.
Sasa watu wanaongea vibaya, mimi sitaki kwenda hapo very soon. Waendelee tu vile kunda pole.
So, jumps in.
Axon, when you started this, did you guys think it would make it? I mean, was it very controversial back then?
Yeah, it was very, very, very controversial. But you see, it was a good opportunity, because you see, the script was written in English and everything. Gado was aiming international, listeners or viewers, and for that matter, audience. And when we did it, I asked him, can we do a Swahili version, kind of shame, Joinange, Kenya? He said, it's okay. Then we tried. So we did 2 pilots, an English one and a Swahili, the street Swahili, version. It was launched at Alliance Francaise, and the former Chief Justice, William Tunga, was there. Minister of Justice, Martha Karua, was there.
Wow.
These big people, all of them were there. So we showed first the English version. Then after that, Gado told them, we can go now and have a cup of tea, a bite or something. Then I said on the stage, no. I cut him like, no. Tuko na ile ingine Kiswahili. And he said, okay, these guys have something, you can still watch, but those who feel that we can proceed, let us go. Everyone sat down.
Nobody
that
walked
was
up.
the bomb. Standing ovation. The same script, but changed now into Kiswahili, into the Kenyan version, real Kenyan version. I believe we are not whites.
And Nick, you've been with him about 10 years.
Yeah.
Did you start off as Keff? I mean, was it...
No, initially, I was like an extra, you know, so like a reporter, you know, one of those roles you get. So the guy was called Abrogast. I named him after my neighbor. My name was called Dr. Abrogast. Arap Luor. So that's the time I just started learning how to speak like you, like in 2009, 2010. It was really off.
And when did they put that anchor thing in? Was that later as Keff?
Yeah.
No, so now I did it so well because I kept on practicing your voice. So the main guy was told au revoir. I was told by God, you know they started an opportunity has come for you. So I was like, I won't call it Abrogas. Why don't we make it a play of Jeff's name? So that's how Keff Joinange was born.
And who came up with that name?
Weren't you paying attention, my brother? I just said I changed the name from Abrogast
I'm just
to
saying,
Keff Joinange.
How did Jeff become Keff and then Koinange join?
See, you know now, because we can't use your actual name.
Yeah, we can.
It was me who came up with the name though. Keff Joinange. And that's how I started speaking like you, and I do it so well. I'm gonna call your bank and tell them, you know what, that money normally transferred to this account, send it all the way to this other account.
Yes!
Oh, you enjoy your account, you'll be Allah! Let me just put that Allah.
Just do it again, man, because this is incredible. It's like,
Allah, Allah, yes, yes. Ndio huyu mimi mwenyewe niko hapa Manfrango. Nimekuja kuandilisha mawaka, yani waka number 1. Yes, Jeff. Watu vijana wanaanza kusema wanachoma barabara, unachoma jina atwali. Yes, sana. Yes.
by the way, have you ever met him?
No.
What?
I want you to do the connection.
Done.
Yeah, thank you.
Done.
You see, this kind of thing that Kenya has to do, we recognize talent. The way you do Mr. Atwolai is very important. And it's important for you and him to have some kind of synergy.
I want to say that it's absolutely fantastic that Chris is in the studio. We got action, we've got Jeff, everybody. I know everything about voiceovers. I'm amazing. I'm just the best in the world. Well, how do you know this?
Na Jeff, mimi nataka kusema ya kwamba. Oh yes.
Tuko kanan.
Kabisa. Kama hujaona wheelbarrow nje, tafadhali. Tafadhali. I started this na mpaka wa leo ninapiga kipindi na ninaendelea, sio rahisi. Kuna wakati karibu niende Hague lakini.
Na mbona wanakuchapa hivi Jubilee?
Hapo hakuna kichapo. Mtoto wako anaweza kuchapa wewe?
I like the confidence that this man expresses himself with. I want a wheelbarrow too.
And the way we are all African, how can such a thing happen when we are all African and one African is beating the other African? EFF will not stand for this.
Africans need to unite. About Apple. About Apple.
Nejema sana.
I want you all to unite as a nation. Fight for what's right. That's Barack.
My God, you guys.
Oh man,
This is it.
you like words, huh? We are out of this world, man.
I just want to say that it's so good to be in the presence of people like Jeff and
Is that Michael Jackson?
you know, you guys are having so much fun over here. I just want to say that I love your show. You're doing a great thing, and
I was gonna throw you off with that.
Oh my God. So how often do you guys get together to film, to put this together?
When the boss says this show is starting, when you go to work when there's nothing to do. Can you focus?
But how come we watch fresh episodes all the time? I mean, when were these recorded? And they're quite current.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
You see, when we started, Gado had, his own ideas and scripts and what have you. But I came up with an idea. I told him, why can't we do them current? He asked me, can that be consistent? I told him, yeah, in fact, because in Kenya we are in politics every day.
Great.
We tried it.
And then the thing with politics is if your writers are ahead of their game, you know how so and so parades, how so and so parades, how so you can write something that seems it's not relevant now, but by like 8 weeks you'll be like bring that one up and put it. You get that is what we call in Luo being a genius.
you know, Jeff, something very interesting about Kenya.
Yes.
One time I was in a neighboring country.
Right.
And we're in a restaurant, and it was like about pub and restaurant. It was like about 9 p.m. It was like 8:55, and they were like switch to Kenyan news, and we're like, what? Why? Is it, do you know why they watch Kenyan news? That is the entertainment.
Which country is this? You went to Chad?
No, a neighboring country.
I'm a Benin.
Yes, a neighboring country.
So
They said,
there I am, being serious on JKL.
Yeah.
And for them,
they're like, you people are.
That is Hollywood.
You people are from our politicians.
that's
to us. They're like, you guys are just off the hook. So they're like, our entertainment is at 9 p.m. Hey, switch that thing. Hey, it's unanimous.
That must be Uganda. To
Yes,
me, I'm a very good Ugandan accent.
go on.
How are you doing it, Jeffrey? I was seeing you put your hair very shiny back there. You are making the aeroplanes when they are flying on top, they are saying, what is that shining thing there? It is just your hair.
Just a clarification. It was a neighboring country. I did not say which country.
I'm trying to figure out which one it is. What neighbors Kenya must not have anything to watch.
About 7 countries in neighbor Kenya, so take a pick.
But Nick,
Yeah.
were you always doing this?
I've been doing imitation since I was a kid.
Why? I mean, how? How did you get it?
So my dad used to work as a diplomat, so he'd be posted to different countries. So now when I started doing it, we're in India. And you're knowing how much these Indian persons are speaking, it is much entertainment coming. So, so my dad has to be diplomatic, guys come to the house and they leave. I'm like, so now that will do what the visitors did. So you meet other, diplomats. They're like, hey, you should see what my son does. I'm Soma, standing there, I'm doing voice for this person. Same like this. Not different, but same.
Yeah.
So for many 1 year, 2 year, 3 year coming, then I'm getting perfect. I go to school. Then now to get back at bullies.
Yeah.
So like if we are the 5 of us,
Right.
and there's one person who's been brought down, bullied, to get back at them, because you can't fight everyone.
Yeah.
I'd entertain the weaklings with an impersonation of
The bullies.
I know bullies normally are some fat guys, he's got that guy's talking through the nini, or he's got a stutter, so you throw it at that kids, they're like, yeah, Nick our hero. So and that is in the 80s, a really long time ago. I was Axon's height.
When I was a kid, I had an uncle of mine who used to love watching war movies. So the Nazis fascinate me. He was saying, it's doing Kenya's information, yeah. So I was like,
What did he just say?
exactly. You will tell us where the rebels are hidden, yeah. So I was like, that used to fascinate me. I used to also watch westerns. Like, I gotta get you at some point.
We don't like your camera around here, boy.
So I got into, and then also my parents, it was a bit of like child abuse, because when guests would come, they'd be like, hey, come, do that thing that you do. What thing is that thing that you do? And if you don't do it, then
Wow.
In my family, that was wrong.
Imitating people or
Yes, imitating anyone that was wrong. In fact, growing up in Eastlands, it is a challenge. You talk like someone.
yeah.
Ujamaa anabonga kana nani sasa? Ujamaa anafanya. Utaniachisha wewe. That was very bad. It was very bad,
Yes.
but I grew up. I did have an opportunity like him talking like an Indian, him talking like a Nazi.
don't mix the fun of the accent.
It's not my father, parents dead, but it's not too much.
The pure family of this.
Every time Moi.
Aya dada. Aya na you ni maendeleo.
From that, I just started doing it inside of me and then imitating teachers. There's a little bit because my father was harsh. In school, number 1, there's no number 2.
No.
1, there's no number 2. Number 2 to him is not a number.
Okay, so were you always number 1?
Always.
I feel like this script is the same my dad did.
Low number one.
Yeah, low number one. I'm like, Daddy, can I see your podcast?
Don't ask questions.
It was like that, as in,
Wow.
if someone asks me, so what do you think this time? I'm like, obvious. Yeah, that one used to be obvious. Because the man is harsh, post-colonial parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, when you do Moi,
Yeah.
when you're doing it, do you hear yourself? Or at all, can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I treat satire, I hear myself. I know
Because
when I'm doing it good. In
it's
fact,
crazy.
even without even shouting or without even pronouncing, or without even using the voice, just the inside voice.
Yes.
I can know that I can do that voice.
Like, okay, who else? Go on. Who else?
Jeff, na kwa wale ambao nimekuja kwa studio mimi ni kama weta. Yes, Jeff acha kucheka. Hii maneno tukikuja hapa kama watu wa Mlembe, yani watu wa kutoka Ingo. Tumekuja hapa kuwakilisha. Tunaanza kuambia ati tuchikurup. And another thing, right now we are not in good mood.
Bado mnachapa nyumbani ama?
Sasa Jeff, who's beating us? We are very strong people, yani mundu ku mundu. Do you know what mundu ku mundu means?
Man to man.
What about man to woman?
Well, Jeff, I can do one that you'd probably recognize.
Go on.
You see, Britain has been a country that requires strong leadership, and that is why the Conservative Party will never step down for anyone else.
My friend.
Is that your grandfather?
How dare you? How dare you?
Listen, Chris, does it take a lot of practice? Obviously it's hard work, eh?
Yeah, it is.
It's not easy, eh?
It's not easy. It's not.
There's nothing that's easy in the world.
But
Let me tell you, the first day, Jeff.
people call you and say, oh, I can do you.
Yeah, but it takes practice. Let me tell you a story. Now, back in the day when I started doing these skits, like when I started Your Voice, that's 2009 thereabout, I'd do it on air and guys would send some mad texts. They're like, oh, that's bad, it's dreaming. But guys pull you down. But at the end of the day, say, if you were better than me, you'd be here in the studio.
Exactly.
Then you practice. But it's gotten to a point, my man, nobody can do Jeff Koinange better than me in the world and beyond. Somebody say,
Yes.
oh.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
You can claim it, you can make it, and you can be it.
even Jeff himself can do Jeff as well.
Of course. Come on. Come on.
Favorite character?
I don't have a favorite character. It's just that sometimes, depending on the story,
Yeah.
we just,
Yeah.
get into and out of it. Like if I'm with friends, now like the way we just keep going on. Because sometimes I can become Ninja boy now. When I'm talking to fine girl, say, baby guy, you just soft like inside of bread now. If anything can fall for that line. But as soon as they hear you talking, they're like, oh, this guy must have a lot of money, And then I had my dreadlock days where I used to be a Rasta man, I was out there and we are listening to the words of Jah and all that, So big up yourself. Blessed be from the Most High Jah. Rastafari. And sometimes not so far from the heart of Nairobi lies the very, very deep-voiced man who spends most of his time in front of a camera with shiny hair and big droopy eyes and a deep voice that makes all the women get goosebumps.
If I just never be.
Or Jeff Koinange, a scientific name. For that, Jill.
Yeah, Jeffeticus.
You give yourself a scientific name.
Obviously, you guys, there is a set script, right? But you improvise. I'm sure you guys, improvise,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, as much as
Are you given that room?
Yeah. We're given that room. Okay. Okay. What I know about this is that we are born actors.
And we sing as well.
Yeah, we do sing, we do rap.
I do rap for us. I'm not I do rapping. Mundo for
One day
mundo.
you don't watch XYZ show.
Oh yeah, the songs at the
The
end.
songs
Yes,
at the
yes,
end.
yes,
Sing
yes.
it.
I came up with that.
The parody songs.
The show here at Citizen, it was 15-minute show.
Right.
Okay, when we started, because no one wanted to risk with a political show in Africa, not just only in Kenya. But by that time, it was himself, the Kibaki. Asante Sada. Yes. And you're here. Jeff, hapana kula sana. tafuna pombe kidogo. Ndio hiyo. By that time I was Kibaki in XYZ. And then it's like we have a show of 13 minutes and yet the station needs 15 minutes. What do we come up with the show? Okay, how do we feel this? Gado, akili imesimama. Song, Jua Kali, Kiasi.
Yes.
And then Kiasi, it was done by Nani. We did Kibaki was doing Kiasi and Ruto. Oh my God! If you listen to that, it's only God, only God knows.
Just do Ruto again. I love that.
Ile maneno yenye hawa jamaa wanatendea huku nje, wakimwaga porojo, wakiongea. Mbona watu sasa wanalalamika? Mambo bado. Jeff, mimi na huyu jamaa mwenye amekaa State House tulishikana mikono mbele ya watu, tukatoa makofia, tukageuza na tukaambiana ya kuwa tutapendana hadi mwisho. Mbona ndoa zinavunjika?
Na huyu jamaa wa vitendawili?
You know then Nani talks, right? It needs to be subtitled. When of course guys respect him, they are saying must have said something so legit. Sasawa.
That's why people goes like Baba kishasema.
But if you ask them what Baba said,
They don't know.
they're like, we kwani hukusikia Baba? Sasawa. Like, this guy's an enigma.
Exactly. Yes.
You were saying you sing. I was just telling Katiba earlier on. Five Alive,
Yeah.
the boy band of our days.
Man.
You are a member. You are a member.
Founder member.
Founder.
Yeah. Yeah, founder member.
Just remind people, just a little bit, just I know who the other guys were.
Eric Monaina, of course. Victor Say. Bob Kyoko. Someone called Joe Kirago. And myself.
Yeah, Five Alive.
Five Alive.
And you once opened for, was it Barry White?
Barry White.
Oh,
Yes.
let me tell you Barry White's story. So as a kid, I used to be able to do these voices. My mom really loved Barry White. So she'd tell me to pull a line. Baby, I love you. Just the way you are. I haven't done that in so many years. No, those days wasn't like internet TV, Nini. It's either watching VOK.
Yeah.
Or VOK.
Yeah.
That was a choice.
You get it, or video. So you just entertain. And let me tell you, sometimes you need the right people in your life, someone who believes in you, finds it. And the best person is someone in your household. If your mom or your dad believes in you, no one out there can bring you down.
But let me
Yeah.
ask you guys,
Parents
did
always,
you think you'd make money from this one day? Did it make...
I mean, hope so.
To me, no,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
no.
I mean, that's not a
did
real
it for
job.
fun.
Yeah.
I did it for fun because I was raised knowing that I'll have to go to the office.
9 to 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white collar job
Drink
and all
tea.
that. You see those kind of parents, nataka ukue lawyer, ama ukue daktari, ama ukue pilot,
Engineer.
ama engineer. Nataka uende upate degree. Hakuna story ingine.
And up to date, the only degree you have is 32 degrees centigrade.
Well,
Your body temp is a degree job.